For years, Israel's air defense has been hailed as one of the most advanced in the world. Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow 3, each of these systems have played a crucial role in defending against aerial threats. But as new weapons emerge, cyber warfare intensifies, and enemies develop more brilliant attack strategies, we must ask, is Israel's air defense strong enough for the future? Today, we break it all down. The Iron Dome, arguably the most well-known of Israel's missile defense systems, was developed to intercept and destroy short-ranged rockets and artillery shells. Its success rate has been impressive, reportedly intercepting around 90% of incoming threats. This system has saved countless lives, particularly in urban areas targeted by Hamas and Hezbollah. The Iron Dome's ability to detect and neutralize projectiles within seconds has made it a vital component of Israel's defense. However, it is not invincible. The system relies heavily on radar detection and interceptors, and in the face of a large-scale coordinated attack, it risks being overwhelmed. Hamas, for example, has attempted to exploit this vulnerability by launching massive barrages of rockets, knowing that some will inevitably slip through the defenses. Additionally, the cost imbalance between cheap, mass-produced rockets and expensive Iron Dome interceptors raises concerns about the system's long-term sustainability in prolonged conflicts. David's Sling, designed to counter medium-range missiles, was developed to bridge the gap between the Iron Dome and the long-range arrow systems. It provides a second layer of defense against more advanced threats, including ballistic and cruise missiles. Unlike the Iron Dome, David's Sling is designed to engage threats at higher altitudes and longer ranges using the Stunner Interceptor. Its development was fueled by growing missile arsenals of Hezbollah and Iran, which possess more sophisticated weaponry than Hamas. While David's Sling has demonstrated its capabilities, it has not been tested in a full-scale war scenario. Any flaws in its performance under real battle conditions remain largely unknown. Moreover, adversaries are constantly evolving their tactics, developing maneuverable missiles and decoys to challenge missile defense systems. In a future conflict, David's Sling may face difficulties in distinguishing genuine threats from distractions, potentially leading to catastrophic failures. The Arrow 3 missile defense system represents Israel's most advanced solution against long-range ballistic missile threats, particularly those from Iran. Unlike the Iron Dome and David's Sling, Arrow 3 is designed to intercept missiles in space, outside the Earth's atmosphere. This capability allows it to neutralize threats before they re-enter the atmosphere, reducing the risk of damage on the ground. Arrow 3 is a critical component of Israel's strategy to defend against Iran's growing missile capabilities, particularly its nuclear ambitions. However, no system is flawless. A hypersonic missile, for example, could pose a significant challenge for Arrow 3, as these weapons travel at speeds exceeding 5 times the speed of sound and are difficult to track. Moreover, while Arrow 3 may be effective against conventional ballistic missiles, it remains unclear how well it would perform against a coordinated attack involving multiple missile types and electronic warfare tactics. The growing threat of cyber attacks also raises concerns about the reliability of Israel's missile defense systems, as adversaries could attempt to disrupt radar and command systems before launching an attack. While Israel's multi-layered missile defense network is among the most sophisticated in the world, its long-term effectiveness is uncertain. The rapid advancement of missile technology among Israel's adversaries is a major concern. Groups like Hezbollah and Hamas are acquiring more accurate, longer-range missiles, increasing the likelihood that some will evade interception. Furthermore, the emergence of hypersonic missiles and drone swarms could render existing defense systems less effective. These new threats require faster response times, improved tracking systems, and more cost-effective interception methods. One of the biggest challenges facing Israel's missile defense systems is the issue of cost. While the Iron Dome has been praised for its success, each interceptor costs tens of thousands of dollars, whereas the rockets fired by Hamas costs only a few $100s each. In a prolonged conflict, Israel could face a scenario where its missile defense systems becomes financially unsustainable. The same applies to David Sling and Arrow 3, which use even more expensive interceptors. This cost imbalance is a strategic advantage for Israel's adversaries, who can continue launching inexpensive projectiles while forcing Israel to spend vast sums on defense. The effectiveness of Israel's missile defense systems also depends on their ability to function in a scenario involving multiple simultaneous threats. While they have performed well in controlled engagements, a future war could see Israel facing attacks from multiple fronts, including Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and even Iranian forces. Such a scenario would test the limits of Israel's air defense network, as interceptors and radar systems would be stretched to their maximum capacity. The possibility of Iran launching a large-scale missile attack in coordination with its proxies poses a significant challenge that Israel's current defense systems may struggle to handle. Another factor to consider is the growing use of electronic warfare and cyber attacks. Modern warfare is not limited to physical confrontations. It also involves sophisticated digital battles. Israel's missile defense systems rely on complex radar, communication networks, and automated interception processes. A successful cyber attack could disrupt these networks, rendering the defense systems ineffective at a critical moment. As cyber warfare capabilities continue to evolve, Israel must invest heavily in cybersecurity to ensure its missile defense network remains operational in the face of digital threats. In response to these challenges, Israel is working on new technologies to improve its missile defense capabilities. The development of laser-based interception systems, such as the Iron Beam, is a promising step forward. Laser weapons offer a cost-effective alternative to traditional interceptors, as they can destroy incoming threats at a fraction of the cost. Unlike missiles, which have limited stockpiles, lasers can fire repeatedly as long as they have sufficient power. However, laser technology is still in its early stages, and its effectiveness in real combat scenarios remains unproven. Weather conditions, such as fog and sandstorms, could also impact laser performance, making it less reliable than traditional interception methods. Israel's missile defense strategy must also account for the possibility of large-scale conflicts involving state actors. While the current system has proven effective against militant groups, a full-scale war with Iran or another nation would present a different challenge. Iran's missile arsenal includes advanced ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and potentially even hypersonic weapons. A conventional military conflict with such an adversary would push Israel's air defense network to its limits, possibly exposing its vulnerabilities. In such a scenario, Israel would have to rely not only on its missile defense systems, but also on preemptive strikes, electronic warfare, and international alliances to neutralize threats before they reach Israeli airspace. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has also provided valuable lessons for Israel's missile defense strategy. Ukraine has faced relentless missile strikes and drone attacks from Russia, and despite receiving advanced Western defense systems, it has struggled to intercept all incoming threats. This has highlighted the limitations of even the most advanced air defense systems when facing sustained, high-intensity attacks. Israel must take these lessons into account and continue to refine its defense strategies to ensure it remains prepared for evolving threats. While Israel's missile defense systems are impressive, they are not invincible. The future of air defenses will require constant innovation, adaptability, and a willingness to invest in new technologies. The threats facing Israel are growing in complexity, with adversaries developing new ways to bypass traditional missile defense systems. The Iron Dome, David Sling, and Arrow 3 have served their purposes well, but they may not be enough to guarantee security in the coming years. Israel must continue developing next-generation interception methods, strengthening its cybersecurity defenses, and preparing for large-scale conflicts that could challenge even the most advanced missile defense networks. Only through continuous adaptation and investment in cutting-edge technology can Israel hope to maintain its security in an increasingly dangerous world.